Room service. Room service. Channel 3, set it for 3.
Morning. What time is it?
It's late. We forgot to leave a wake-up call.
Oh, for some reason, the thought never crossed my mind.
I'm flattered. However, you gotta get a shave and shower, and I've got to get back to my room.
Good morning.
Oh, they did say 7:15. Breakfast for 3?
That's fine. He's probably still asleep.
They ordered peaches and cream. Most people want orange juice.
I'm sure it'll be just fine. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You can tell Alicia that you tried to call me, but that my line was busy. I'm just gonna go back and get dressed.
There you go, chum. You're ready for anything. 3 heavy-duty diapers, a sunsuit, overalls, and a sweater just in case the air conditioning doesn't break down for a change.
Mayor, I don't think it's a good idea.
So you said. Where's her fuzzy fish? She'll be miserable without her fuzzy fish. I disagree.
Oh, so naturally you win.
Jack, it isn't a question of winning or losing. We're in the process of working out a new agreement. Aha. You know, she still adores this thing.
We meaning, obviously, you and Ryan, because you know how I feel about it, huh?
You've made that reasonably clear, yes.
Well, in case you didn't get it the first 200 times around, the press office of a prominent candidate for the U.S. Senate is no place for a year-old infant.
She's 14 months, which means she's not an infant, but a toddler. She walks, she talks, to some extent. She's a social creature, and she loves being out in the world.
Out in the world is not the playpen in Frank's office. And for your information, infant is a legal term which will apply to her until she's 18 years old.
Darling, I promise I'll have her out of the playpen by then.
It's not funny, Mayor. Look, there's no reason that you have to drag her uptown. I said I'd keep her with me today, okay?
Oh, to the Union Library? That's, she'll be a laugh a minute there. Don't be dumb. You won't get anything done.
Yeah, well, that's for me to decide, huh? Look, 1 hour of research on past contracts. Now, she can stay in the carry in my back the whole time.
That's a picture. Yes, the hard-boiled reporter poring over his files with his daughter strapped to his back. You could be on the cover of today's Daddy magazine.
That's not funny either, Mayor. Do you think it's any better that you would be holding her with one hand while you're stuffing envelopes with the other? Huh?
That is not gonna happen, is it, honey? Nope. Listen, we are going to be just fine. Anyway, listen, Jack, when I was working at Channel R, you used to say that you couldn't concentrate with her here. You used to say that she was a distraction, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Well, I was wrong. Now, you say I never admit when I'm wrong. Well, I was wrong. I like her here with me. She's no trouble. She sits and she watches me work. And if I get hung up, I read it out loud to her.
Oh, yeah. She gives you editorial advice, huh?
Oh, she's good company to have around, that's all. Especially when her mama gets stuck at the office and doesn't get home until all hours.
That is not gonna happen.
It already did.
Once, only once, was I really late.
Oh, really meaning anything over 3 hours?
And that was because I was getting organized so it wouldn't have to happen again.
Yeah, which it did the next night.
Yes, because of unforeseen circumstances.
Oh, but it will never, ever happen again, because now you got everything under control, right?
More or less, yes. And in order to keep things under control, I'm gonna have to conclude this conversation and leave now. Bye-bye.
I'll be back by 11 in case you have to call.
Well, I don't think we will, but I appreciate it.
Good luck.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Well, I am sorry, Alicia,
Are you? What for?
that you walked into an intensely personal situation. I'm sure you have every reason in the world to be shocked.
I'm not shocked. I'm not even surprised.
However, you don't think very highly of me just at the moment.
I think that you have gotten what you wanted.
All right. What's wrong with that? You've known all along how I felt about Frank.
Feelings are one thing. The way people act is another.
I never thought of you as a judgmental person, Alicia.
It's not my business to judge. You are my employer.
And I thought I was your friend as well. Come. Can't you accept the fact that you feel one way about something and I feel differently?
I've known that all along. I just never thought it really mattered.
Sit. Will you? Please, please, sit down. Look, I've told you before this. I admire your integrity. You have some old, tried and true moral values. That's fine. I applaud them. But I do think it's a mistake to try to impose those values on another person.
It's a bigger mistake to ignore what you know is right, because someone is paying you to.
Obviously, I shouldn't have confided in you about Frank.
It's not just Frank. It's everything. Too many things.
You knew from the very beginning this job was going to take tact and discretion.
Yes. I've lied for you because you said it was necessary. I've kept your secrets even though they made me uncomfortable. And I've watched you play people one against the other as if they were pieces in a game.
It's strange, but I got the feeling that you got some pleasure out of that game.
Perhaps I did a little. Right now, I'm just very much ashamed.
Well, don't be. After all, it's the way things are done. It's a means to an end, the way of the world, that sort of thing.
Your world, not mine. Not any place I want for Angel or for myself.
I got the idea that that job made things a lot nicer for you and Angel.
Please don't. I know what you've done for me. You took me out of the hospital, out of a job that could go nowhere, and you gave me more money than I ever thought that I would earn. So much that it blinded me.
I paid you because you were valuable to me. And because I was fond of you. Because you reminded me of myself when I was your age. You're smart, tough, resilient, and willing to work like a dog for the things that you want.
No.
However, it is obvious that you've been much too good at your job, and I have been much too greedy. I haven't really given you a chance to breathe. Made too many demands, and now you're exhausted.
I am tired.
So, what I'm going to suggest to you is that you take a few days off. It couldn't come at a worse time for the campaign, but never mind. Go home. Spend a little time with Bob. Better yet, go off by yourself for a bit, to a resort. Adirondacks, the Catskills. Now, I promise you, a little R&R and you'll have a whole new perspective. And I also promise you, when you get back, there'll be an even fatter paycheck.
No. I will leave right now. But I won't be back.
You won't? Why? Oh, for heaven's sakes, Alicia, you can't just leave like this.
I can't be of any help to you anymore.
I don't understand you. I thought you were a great deal more mature than this. Alicia, this kind of thing happens in the grown-up world. It is ridiculous to make it so important. Think it over. I want you to stay because I value you. I promise you bigger and better things.
Bigger and better things in your grown-up world. You talk to me as if I were a child. But it is you who behaves like a child. Thinking you can have everything and anything you want just because you want it.
Think it over.
I don't have to. Goodbye, Mrs. Woodard.
I beg your pardon, miss, but are you the receptionist here? Oh, yeah. Well, I'm looking for Mrs. Finelli.
Bucky.
Hi. Boy, Frank recruits him kind of young, doesn't he?
Yes, she can't do much, but she's wonderful moral support.
Are you in charge around here?
No, thank God there's a boss person, but she's off at the printers. How are you?
You heard, huh?
You're leaving.
Yeah.
I think it's awful, but if it's what you want.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, who the hell knows what they want anymore, but I gotta go.
We'll miss you.
You better. Oh, listen, I wanted to tell you, I asked Pat to mind the houseboat for me, but if you and Jack want to use it every now and then, you just tell him he's got to let you. I said so.
We'd love to, but I hate the fact that you're leaving. I had this whole marvelous fantasy about Siobhan and you, that, you know, my sister, the dippy one.
Oh.
I thought the two of you could be an item.
All right, me and the dippy one, thanks.
Well, you know, I thought that, of all people, you could straighten her out. But apparently it's not meant to be.
Apparently it never is.
Oh, don't give me that unlucky in love routine.
Oh, why not? It's the truth. I mean, when I first come to Riverside, I fall wildly in love with the first girl I see. She's gorgeous, intelligent, vital, but she has this reporter hanging around her all the time. He marries her twice yet.
Were you really interested?
Very.
That's nice.
And so, I mean, since I couldn't have you, I thought, well, now, Faith Coleridge, that's the girl for me. I mean, you're getting the picture here of a lot of lost causes?
Maybe your luck will change.
It'll happen in Boston, right?
Well, they say change is what life's all about.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm glad to hear that. I was beginning to wonder. Anywho, Pat and Faith are throwing this, goodbye and good riddance party for me, and I came over here to invite you. And Jack, of course, if he's free. It's tonight at Ryan's.
I thought that was supposed to be a surprise party.
Well, it was, but it didn't work out that way. Can you come?
We'll be there with bells on.
Oh, listen, I want a big hug from this one here. Big, good... Hey, you know, she's kind of hot.
She was okay this morning.
Let's have a look at you,
honey?
sister.
What's the matter?
I always travel fully equipped. Open up.
Open up.
Look, no way. Let me feel.
Yeah.
No. I think she's got a little cold brewing in there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, oh, don't panic. I mean, it's nothing big. Just some baby aspirin, a little extra orange juice.
Her father is going to be furious.
Well, she's not allowed to have colds. I mean, it's just a little one.
No, it's not that. It's Well, it is that, actually. Everything's a big deal now. But I guess I'll have to call Jack, huh? We'll have Jack take you home, honey.
Well, he's really not going to mind, is he?
Oh, no, he'll be delighted. It'll be a positive triumph for him.
Oh, well, I'll leave that to you. But you, I'm going to put back in this baby pen to recuperate. And you, I'll see you later.
Okay.
Or will I?
Yeah, we'll work something out.
Take care.
Finelli.
Mrs. Finelli. Honey, Bucky just was by and said that Ryan's coming down with a cold.
Oh?
I hate to ask you.
Okay, Mayor, I'll be right up.
Thank you. Oh, honey, come here to Mama, little baby. Hello? Yeah, Ryan for senator. Yes, there's a campaign upstate, a 3-week campaign beginning today in Buffalo.
Good morning again.
Morning. Coffee?
Yeah, thanks.
You know, it's certainly not like Alicia to be late.
Well, I'm afraid she's not late. She's come and gone. For good, I think.
She's quit? What happened?
Well, she came early with room service. You were in the shower, and I had not yet had time to leave.
I see. What did she say?
Just that the situation made her uncomfortable and she'd rather leave. Actually, it's probably all for the best. I'm sort of getting the idea that she probably isn't cut out for politics. She's too upfront. It's probably why the conflict upset her so much. I don't think she'll go tell all of Riverside that we slept together. More to the point, I don't think she'll tell Jill or your family.
Well, I wish I could say I don't care if she does.
Of course you do. And so do I, for some very practical reasons. The point is, I don't think we have to worry. So, how are you this morning?
Very good. Damn good, in fact. You?
Never better.
Ray.
You don't have to say
Yes,
anything.
Yes, I do. I don't want there to be any misunderstandings about last night.
Would you let me read your mind for a minute, huh? I'm good at it. Okay. Last night was lovely.
It was terrific.
For me, too. However, you are not in love with me, and even though your relationship with Jillian is going through a troubled phase, you want me to understand that it is by no means over. How am I doing so far?
Very well. Only if you don't mind, I'd prefer to speak for myself.
Sorry.
It's okay. You do know my mind 95% of the time.
98, go on.
My involvement with Jill has been a big part of my life. She's the mother of a son that I didn't even know I had for a while. I love him, and I love her. I can't give up the idea of trying to make it work.
No one's asking you to. Look, what happened between us last night has nothing to do with Jill. Two consenting adults who've been drawn together for a long time.
I don't want you to think I didn't take it seriously.
I know. Serious does not mean commitment.
You understand then? I can make no commitment.
Didn't hear myself asking you for any. It's a mutual thing, you know. Neither of us has any claim on the other. And it's not a long-term arrangement. And if you do have any commitments, they probably are to Jill.
I don't know how I feel about Jill. I am angry. And it hurts like hell. We've had so much together, and she seems determined to destroy it.
Rejection hurts. Maybe you ought to try to think of this as a sort of a blessing in disguise, a breathing space for the two of you between now and November. Maybe you need a more uncomplicated relationship.
Can we keep it simple?
Those are the ground rules. Simple, friendly, loving. It starts to hurt either one of us, we just cut it off right then and there.
Can we turn it off that easily?
Absolutely. Hey, we were not exactly swept away last night by a mindless passion, or even circumstances. Oh yeah, you're hurting. But I like to think that we made love last night because we both wanted it.
I've wanted to for a long time.
Yeah. We share so much. Just seems natural to share this too. And I'd like to keep on sharing it as long as it's good for both of us. But my major concern is that you be comfortable in the relationship because we have a hell of a lot of work to do for the next 4 months.
And after that?
Who knows? I won't worry about it if you don't.
Okay.
What we do have to worry about, day in, day out, now, is getting you elected. And I'm going to bend all my energies to that. Almost all. To the future.
It looks pretty good at the moment.
This Thursday, meet the not-so-happy couple. She hears wedding bells, but he won't commit. Sounds like a job for the guy who wrote the book on relationships. An all-new Greg Barron's Wake Up Call, part of Sugar Free Valentine's, Thursday at 10 on SoapNet.